Super Bowl MVP voting. Do you know when it happens and how
Yeah.
much some of the voters actually care? And is it is it more about us
Well,
bettors that care so much about this MVP award for the Super Bowl?
yeah. I've covered a lot of Super Bowls. I voted for MVP in a lot of Super Bowls. And, everyone's in these press boxes and they become more and more spread out as these stadiums have grown. They become further and further from the field. And I'm a dinosaur, so I'm, writing for the Washington Post. I'm on deadline. And somebody from NFL PR will start working different sort of corridors of the press box, just coming around, handing out slips. And if it's a close game, you're maybe rewriting your story or you've got a lot going on. And I'm not going to say that like people don't think about it, but it is, unless it's changed, I mean, in the last year, like it's kind of a scramble drill and they're, picking certain people and it's not particularly scientific and you're kind of doing your thing and you're writing it out and somebody's collecting it. And next thing you hear, it's not scripted. It's definitely not scripted, or at least it hasn't been the, I don't know, 7 or 8 times I've been a part of the vote.
So do you think that lends itself to more big names being favorites for MVP? Just because if people are doing a million things, they're just like, oh, well, Travis Kelce, I saw him catch a pass. And also, who do you like for Super Bowl MVP?
Well, I mean, look, I'm on the Eagles here. So, I mean, it's just, I have to look at Hurts because, again, as I'm looking at this game, and I think it's a running game for them, and I think he's going to be put in a position to pick up a lot of yards on the ground. And I think, look, I'm saying they're not going to throw the ball at all either. But if you look at historically where this has gone, right, it's a lot of times it's the chalk or somebody has 2 picks and a sack, you know what I mean? And it's a defensive player who nobody was really thinking about. But yeah, I mean, maybe in part because of the way the process is done and sort of, how sort of on the fly it traditionally is. And I think some people too, like maybe are a little afraid to go bold or whatever, or they want to run with the pack. It does kind of default to a quarterback a lot of times, unless somebody has just made this, overt case otherwise.